Good morning on this one Boston day. I'm Jessica Brown.
I'm Doug Meehan. We're breaking away from programming for a moment to remember April 15th, 2013. 12 years ago today, 2 bombs went off near the finish line of the Boston Marathon, killing Martin Richard, Crystal Campbell, and Lindsay Liu. Later that week, in the manhunt for the bombers, Officer Sean Collier was killed. And a year after responding to the shootout with the bombers, Boston police officer Dennis Simmons died.
Right now, a ceremony is beginning on Boylston Street at the memorial sites. You see Boston Mayor Michelle Wu, as well as other local leaders. We see Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll there, as well as survivors and families of the victims. They're all honoring the lives lost and the profound impact on the city. Let's watch and listen.
All right, just to remind you of what you're watching now as dignitaries and family members of the loved ones lost following the Boston Marathon bombings back in 2013. It is 12 years ago to the date now. They are walking up to the 2 different spots there on Boylston Street where the bombs went off that fateful day in Boston, and we're just kind of going to listen into what's happening next. as family members and city officials and state officials walk down towards the finish line of the Boston Marathon and the second site of the bombing there on Boylston Street, I'm reminded of the words from then Mayor Tom Menino at the service of healing that would happen just a few days after the marathon bombing. He said, "No adversity, no challenge, nothing can tear down the resilience and the heart of the city and its people. Nothing will take us down because we take care of each other. This is Boston, a city with courage, compassion, and strength that knows no bounds." And we continue to bear witness to that now 12 years after that fateful day here in Boston.
Incredible to think that it's been 12 years since the attacks that happened there at the marathon. Again, you're watching, if you're just joining us, of course, One Boston Day. You see the mayor there, you see the lieutenant governor, and of course, families of the victims and survivors laying the wreaths down to honor those who are impacted. And, you know, they just did one moment of silence at one of the wreath laying sites. They're going down to the second one, of course. We'll pause for that as well. And, you know, every year Boston marks the day by encouraging acts of kindness across the city. Doug, you mentioned compassion. You know, on this day, there's just so much of that. Let's listen in a little bit more as they continue walking down to their second spot.
Maybe 12 years, but obviously for family members and first responders and for folks that were on the marathon that route that day and for those that were in the stands and in the local establishments nearby, the pain is still very real, even these 12 years later. At 2:49, by the way, there will be a ringing of bell and a moment of silence at the Old South Church as we remember One Boston Day.
You've been watching the ceremony to remember the victims of the Boston Marathon 12 years later.
We'll have more on One Boston Day coverage throughout the day as well as online. Until then, have a nice day.